What's up folks? Been a while since I popped by Smile. We interrupt this broadcast to interrupt this broadcast. Are the stamps still going to work after I ate all the ink? In my defense, they shouldn't have made it taste like Bacardi Breezer.
evening, and welcome to the Netherlands, already up 1-0 in the match. I have it on my phone, just looking at the scoreline as it goes on. Hope you do well. Welcome to Redacted, actually. Spoilers. I'm so sorry about spoiling the information for you there, but yes, they are already up 1-0, and it's only a couple of minutes in. They scored in the 7th minute. How are we all doing out there? Welcome in. Let me slide myself in on the layout there. And I hope you enjoyed Brain Tease. I hope you enjoyed the new warm-up game. I don't know what happened with the tutorial mode, though, after playing Scramble. For some reason, just got a bit unhappy and didn't like actually playing on afterwards. Running it straight is fine, but after playing Scramble, it somehow didn't like it. So I'm going to have to figure out why that is. And also, sometimes some of the alternate answers didn't get accepted, which is a bit weird as well. So yeah, hooray for code! I know, right, Chris? I know, right? So that's going to be my job over the weekend to figure out why that's happening. Case checking, I don't know. I'm pretty certain I do force everything to be in uppercase before it compares everything, or I use the invariant culture ignore case string comparison check. So I don't think it's that. I know obviously I have to do a bit of extra finagling to make certain that you have the correct set of characters in the first place. That you can do by just doing a sort of the string essentially, and then sorting the answer string and making sure that the two are the same list essentially. But yeah, I'm kind of confused as to why some answers were working and some weren't. But hey, that is definitely for me to figure out later on. Welcome to Redacted. Let's get straight into the lobby. If you'd like to play tonight's game, it's all going to be played in Twitch chat. There's no hack box integration or anything like that. At some point I would like to do so, but it's going to be, it's going to be a while before that happens with this game. But if you want to play, enter in the room code of YVDM. I'll welcome you all into the game. And while you do that, let me quickly go over the stuff that's come through on the hype train that quickly departed. We've got 100 bits from Oni. Stamp still going to work after you ate all the ink. I don't know if it's that tasty, Oni, but thank you for the 100 bits. I think I do still have some ink around here. Clive with the just ridiculously massive 65-month resub. Like, what the hell, Clive? We interrupt this broadcast to interrupt this broadcast. Very much so. Thank you for the 65 months. That is immense support. Thank you for that. And K Giles with the 32 months. What's up, folks? Been a while since I popped by. Good to see you, K Giles. Hope you're doing well out there. Welcome on in, and hope you enjoy tonight's stream of Quiz Night tonight with Redacted. And also thank you to the Mr. Protos boss and Mr. Gamer Bro for following from the raid last Friday. And hey, Mr. Gamerman has joined in. Welcome on in. So yes, tonight's game is a rip-off of the YMCA. YVD. I mean, there's always 4 letters, so you kind of always have to say it could be. But in this case, not really. I mean, what is YVDM in this sense versus YMCA? How do you join the game? Just enter in that room code YVDM to this chat right now. You see before you. Anicep's just done it. Just type it into there, and then you've entered into the game. After that, you'll need to whisper your answers to Quizbot 3000. Thank you, Score. Also on the point there. Yeah, not Hackbox tonight. We use whisper answers so that you don't leak your answers to everybody else publicly playing in public chat. But yes, ultimately later down the line, it'd be nice to get this to work with Hackbox so that it makes it a lot easier to answer with. But at the moment, it is still lagging behind on a Twitch chat implementation. But hey, we have to remind ourselves of the technology that we used to play with. Let's put it that way. But welcome to you all. I hope you're doing very well out there. Thank you, by the way, to Lingo Maniac for tonight's pack of Redacted. And yeah, Inca, thank you for the proofing of this. It has been an absolutely amazing pack, a very solid pack, to quote Inca. And I think there has been less than a handful of changes across the entire thing. which is, considering the amount of questions and potential possible answers there are, that is really phenomenal work. So thank you again, Lingo Maniac, for this wonderful pack we'll be playing tonight. I'm hoping that I can validate all the answers appropriately, because I've not actually looked through all of the alternatives just yet. But I'm hoping we should be good with most of the things, barring, I think, 2 questions where I have to be a bit specific about things. But I will forewarn you when we get to that point. We do have anytime entry in this game. You'll be able to join in YVDM at any point after we start this game off proper. Yes, anytime entry? What's that? I have no idea. And yes, if you need a quick way of whispering to the bots, that is a good way to do it there, Silent Marine suggesting. Vengeance doesn't mend. Profound, very profound, very much so. Right. It is 8:15. Shall we get this game underway? It is presently 1-0 to the Netherlands versus England. I have no idea if that scoreline is going to stay the same or not, but I will keep an eye on it and give you updates as we play tonight's game. If you're all ready, let's play Redacted. Watch the football, it's gonna move! Right, we're going to start off, of course, with round 1, or should I say chapter 1. We like to stylize things around here. Chapter 1, called Complete the Redacted. So, in this round, or chapter, I really should change the word round there to say chapter. You'll see a statement with a number of words or phrases redacted in it. You need to fill in the redactions to complete the statement. So, on the example on the right-hand side there, we have got Scottish tennis player Andy Blank won their first Wimbledon Championship in blank. So we have 2 blanks to fill. You need to give me 2 answers. In this case, blank A would be Murray to complete the name Andy Murray, and B is the answer 2013, because that was the year that Andy won his first Wimbledon Championship. Those were the 2 answers you would give in that particular example. Now, to answer to the bot, send them as separate messages, please. You don't have to pre-pen them with A is this or B is what. Just give me an answer. So, for example, just send Murray and just send 2013. Just those 2 messages separately is what you need to do in this kind of game. Obviously, don't use those answers on question number 1, because the answers are not going to be Andy, or not going to be Murray in 2013, but there may be something else. And you can give me as many answers as there are blanks on the page to fill. You can go for each of the blanks. You can go in whatever order you want to do. Or you can just go at 1 blank multiple times in a sort of, shotgun approach to try and hit one of the possible answers and just ignore the other if you have no idea what the other blank is. So if there are like 3 blanks to fill and you're confident that one of the blanks is one of 3 answers, you can spam those 3 answers to guarantee you some points. Obviously, you won't be able to get any points on the other 2 answers that were wrong, but that's just how this game goes. So you can do a shotgun approach if you're not sure, or you can try and cover all of the blanks to try and get as many points as possible. There is no speed bonus in this round. Just give me answers, and if they're right, you get a straight up value for each correct. Later on, though, we will be doing more speed-based quizzing, so bear that in mind. But in round 1, no speed to worry about, but you have to get the answers in time. And remember, answer please to QuizBot3000. To do that, that is a whisper. So /W is the shorthand, or /whisper. The name is QuizBot3000, and then the answer as you wish. And of course, you could pop out the whisper window if you need to do that. Right, shall we start tonight's game off proper? I think so. If you're all ready, good luck. Here comes your first statement to complete. Blank, the most populous city in British Columbia, is the northernmost host city for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, which is returning to North America for the first time since blank. So you have 2 blanks to fill. You can give me 2 answers. And of course, we track the number of answers you've given at the bottom of the screen. You may as well give me 2 answers. The worst thing that could be is wrong. Well, actually, the worst thing it could be is more than wrong. We'll address that point if we need to. And the bot's telling you there, Hex, yes, you've given me too many guesses there, so it's taken the first two and going with that. We've got a goal from Topper. I don't know if that's true or not. The Google thing hasn't updated yet, but I'll keep an eye on it and see if the score value changes. Batman is confirming. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, there we go. Yes, Kane with a penalty. Well, it's a penalty. What do you expect? This is one each at 18 minutes into the match. Let's go through some of your answers. So, we've got 11 players have gone with the year, from the looks of things, of 1994. Is that the answer in B? 1994? It is indeed 1994. That was the previous time in the North Americas. We'll be returning in 2026. And then 22 players have gone with Vancouver. Is that correct for blank A? That is indeed. Vancouver, the most popular city, will be the host city for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, just going to quickly go over some alternate answers to see if anything else can be accepted. We've got 1980, 64, 96, 66, 70, and 68. Just going for the scattergram approach here with all the years. Unfortunately, none of those hit. Alberta, 1992. So, to Quizmaster Gary, separate your answers. Alberta, return. 1992, return. That way it will work. In this case, neither were right, so don't worry about it right now. But for next time, make sure to send those individual answers as individual messages rather than just space separated. Not Manchester, not 56, not Victoria, but you got the V right, so you're close. 1998, not New York. 2016, 2002, Toronto, close. Argentina, 2000 to 2018, none of those. And the final page, 2006, 2022, and 2010, none of those. Okay, so we've got 22 players with some points on the board. We've got a total of 11 with 400, so you're getting 200 for each correct answer. And then you've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, getting 200 points. That is how this game goes. Okay, nice, easy start. Hopefully there are quite a few people getting some points on the board. Let's continue on to your second statement to complete. In real life, New York City has blank boroughs. Its corresponding locale in Grand Theft Auto 4, blank, has one fewer. 2 blanks to fill. You can give me 2 guesses. To the pot, please, Mr. Vertigo. Last few seconds. No worries, no worries. Yeah, I forgot this game doesn't actually delete messages in public chat at all. So yeah, if you go wrong, it goes properly wrong. You don't know this? Don't worry, Hex, because we've got plenty of other questions. But if you give me a guess, hopefully you've gotten close with the guess. Let's see what our answers are. We've got 19 players that have gone with 5, or the numeral 5. That is correct for blank A. Yes, New York City has indeed 5 boroughs. Now we've got some other numeral guesses here. 6, 4, 7, 10, 9, and 11. Unfortunately, none of those are correct. 124, that's quite a few boroughs. 20 and 12, it is none of those. Liberty City, say 11 players. Is that the name of the locale in Grand Theft Auto 4? It is indeed Liberty City, or just LC would have also been accepted. San Andreas, different Grand Theft Auto. Brooklyn, Vice City, again, another Grand Theft Auto. Los Santos, a good guess, but unfortunately not right. New Liberty. Ooh. Now, I think I can accept that we have just the word Liberty on its own. I'm fine with accepting New Liberty for Liberty, I think. I'm all right with that. I know where you're going with, like, New York, New Liberty. I'll go with that one, but San Andreas and the others are not. But, yeah, New Liberty I'll take. 4, no, it's not quite 4, though. That is the number in Liberty City. Vice City, no. Mandala, and 35, it is none of those. So there we go, 21 players scoring some points. We've got a total of 10 with the full 400 and another 11 getting 200 points there. Anything else for me to add on that? Nope, nothing else to say on that front. Okay. Jesus Christ. Shameful, honestly, if you played Jesus Christ. Let's continue on, shall we, to statement number 3, which is, it's quite apt, actually, based on some of the news. The film Shrek, in which blank plays the title role, ends with a Smash Mouth cover of I'm a Believer, a song originally performed by blank. 2 answers to fill. You can give me 2 guesses. Remember to get your guesses in. Last few seconds. And that there is time. Questions have layers. You're in this game. You can join in, not a cat. The room code is YVDM. You can join in late if you want to. When was this written? This was actually written. Now, the thing is, Lingo had asked for a particular time due to being at SGDQ. But it ended up submitting well before that, and it's just very, very well timed, it must be said. We haven't adapted these questions to make it fit to time, but it has worked very, very well in its favour. So that's the statement in question. Let's see what guesses you've got. We got 22 players that have gone for Mike Myers or Mike Myers or Michael Myers. We can take that for blank A. Yes, indeed. Mike Myers playing the titular role. There's that word again. 17 players have gone for the Monkees or variations therein. Indeed, blank B would be the Monkees. I'm a Believer. Let's go with the other answers up on the board. We've got the Beatles, unfortunately not Barras. Can't exactly form that into any of those answers. Mel Giedroyc. Now that's an interesting pull there, and it's not that. Not the Foo Fighters. Mike Myers, I'll take that. I will absolutely take that midget on the internet. No problem with that. Not Diamond. Hall & Oates. No, I can't take that, I'm afraid. I don't think. Pretenders, no. Beyonce, no. Beach Boys, no. Loads more getting some points there. We've got 27 scoring. Nicely done there, with 13 getting the full 400 points. Very good scoring going on there. No, she talks about different kinds of lace. Yes, very true. Very, very true. Of the pastry variety. Philo and everything. Although she's not on that show anymore. What am I talking about? Shall we move on? I think we shall. Statement number 4. Have a look at this one. Another 2 blanks to fill. Copper is a very versatile metal. You can combine it with tin to get an alloy called blank, or you can stretch it into wires thanks to how blank it is. I mean, she still likes cake. That's fair enough. Yeah, true. Get to the bot, please, Manic Volcanic. I am going to have to check that one, I think, because we don't have that in either bracket, and I want to check, although it's a specific word. Let's have a look to see what guesses have come through. Got 20 players that have gone for bronze. Is that the alloy in question on blank A for bronze? Believe so. Yes, indeed, blank A. You can indeed combine it with tin to get an alloy called bronze. Now, let's go through some other things here. Conductive, malleable. I think you go for malleable. Pliable, flexible, pewter, and malleable. Now, I need to check one. I could definitely disallow malleable, because that is not the quality that we are talking about. That is not the quality. There is another word, a slightly different quality of metal that makes it so it can work, that it can stretch into wires. Similarly, I think pliable is probably not going to be the word we're looking for here. It's going to be a synonym of what we're trying to go for, but it's not the specific term. Lingo, I think you're in chat. Would you want to make a reckoning on pliable? My gut reaction is to say no, based on the fact we've got malleable as a definite no. It's just, I'm just worried about how close pliable is to the quality we're asking for. Versatile, I mean, is an interesting way. Again, not quite the quality we go for. Pliable as a no. Okay, we're going with that then. Thank you, Lingo. So none of these on the board are acceptable, I'm afraid. Malleable, like I say, we can't take malleable. That's not the right quality we're talking about here. Not malleable. Tensile. Oh, now that's another one, Lingo, and I know that is another specific quality, but I don't think it's the right specific quality. Not flexible, not pliable, not fibre. I just want to make sure on tensile. That's tensile strength. It's not. And that's the tension. That's for holding tension, not necessarily for making it so it's easy to stretch into wire. Oh, that's a very. What do we say about tensile? Ooh, it has a very close synonym though. It has a very close synonym to the answer we do want. I'm possibly leaning on a yes on that one, actually, based on the Merriam-Webster definition. You gonna say yes as Lingo? Okay, right. So we are actually going to take tensile as an answer. Answer we were truly looking for was ductile strength, or ductility. That's particular term we're looking for there, rather than malleability or flexibility. They are a slightly different quality. Malleable, I can't take. Flexible, pliable, fibre, I can't take any of those. But tensile, we will accept alongside ductile. Brass and zinc, I'm afraid I can't take those two answers. And Ductile 11 players giving me the correct headline answer that we're looking for there. Nicely done. Despite all of the finagling going on there, 26 players managed to score some points, which is always nice to see. But only 7 getting the maximum, them being Arun, Mark, Toot, Oni, Rapunzel, Sooty Cat, and Timor. Congratulations to you 7 there for those specific answers for both parts there. My translation lecturer would very much approve of how these words' different meanings are being processed. Yeah, the thing is, in probably general parlance, we would use those interchangeably, but in the scientific world and in metallurgy and metalworking, they are different qualities that have different. They actually quantifiably have different things, different properties about them. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. That's unfortunate for quite a few, maybe not getting the extra points there, but I did see a few trying to do a scatter approach on that one. Okay. Malleable is actually about being able to be shaped with hammers. I mean, mallets. I guess that makes sense. Okay. 4 left in the round. Let's continue on to question statement number 5, which definitely has nothing to do with science whatsoever. In 2016, that's a big blank, won the Pulitzer Prize in Drama for the Broadway musical Blank, whose title character can be found on the obverse of the US banknotes worth blank dollars. We've got 3 blanks to fill, so you can give me 3 guesses. Now, one of them is a very big blank. Last few seconds, get your guesses in. And that there is time. Thank you very much, Manic Volcanic. Appreciate it. Let's go through some answers. We've got 24 players who have gone for Hamilton. Is correct. Or you could go for the full title, Hamilton, an American musical, for blank B. Very much so. 20 players have gone for... I don't think they've all gone for the full name. They probably have just gone for Miranda. That would have been accepted here for Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yes, indeed. That was the one in question on blank A. And now we go through the dollary-doos. So we've got a 20, we've got a 10, a 50, a $10, 100, and news. Unfortunately, it's not news. Now, can I take the 10s? I can take the 10s, because it's $10. 1, 0, or $10, or $10, or 10. Any of those would have been accepted. So those variations were taking $100. Unfortunately, you've got one too many zeros, Arun. It means it's definitely something different and is wrong. It's not $1,000. It's not Bloody Brothers either. 10, I can take 10, no problem at all on that. Alexander Hamilton now. Puzzle Dan, unfortunately, you've fallen into a specific disallow column here. The name of the musical is Hamilton. The name of the person it's all free, obviously about is Alexander Hamilton, but I can't take it because the name of the musical is specifically Hamilton. Anything else I can take here on this one? Lin-Manuel. Now, normally you don't go for first name, but you kind of have demonstrated who we're talking about. Because if you say Lin-Manuel, it's like, that's kind of the only person that we know that is called Lin-Manuel. So I'll take Lin-Manuel. The others, though, I'm afraid it is going to be a no. And as I say, if there wasn't a specific disallow puzzle down, I probably would be lenient to agree on that. But it has been specifically put in that column to say no. Not 5, not breaking news photography, and Manuel Miranda. Again, you've demonstrated knowledge. It's Lin-Manuel Miranda. I'll take it, Sunny Cat. No problems on that. So we've got a total of 27 scoring points, and even more scoring some points. Very well done there. With 12 of you getting the full 600 points on offer, them being AB Me, Chris, Fluid Fernando, Jerry, K Jarves, Manic Volcanic, Mark, Mr. Gamerman, Toot, Oni, Topper, and Shapes. Congratulations to you 12. Yeah, Lingo was waiting in the weeds. Great. Next one, statement number 6. We've got another 3 blanks to fill. Good luck here. In 1932, Maxwell House gained popularity among American Jewish families after publishing a Haggadah for use during the ritual feast known as a blank. They also helped certify that their main product, blank, is permissible under dietary law, or blank for Passover. 3 blanks to fill. You can give me 3 guesses. Is it Haggadah or Haggadah? Where's the emphasis on that one? I'm gonna guess it's Haggadah. I'll defer to Lingo because I know Lingo will get it right. On the second syllable, so Haggadah. Okay, thank you. Right. Lots of answers whirring their way in here. Let's go through some of the answers. And, well, let's go through all the answers that came through, shall I say. Kosher. 17 players going for kosher. That is blank C, very much so. Kosher. 18 players have gone for coffee. Is that acceptable? Coffee is indeed acceptable. By the way, other words you could use instead of kosher is kashrut, Kashruth, or Kashrus. They're all kosher. They're all kosher for kosher. 6 players have gone for cedar. Cedar? It is indeed. Blank A. All of the answers we have revealed there. Very, very well done on those guesses. Let's go through some others. We've got Hanukkah, Shalom, Matzah, Shabbat, Sabbath, Matzo. Seder, sorry. Apologise on that one. Seder. So Hanukkah, Shalom, Matzah, Shabbat, Sabbath, and Matzo. Just checking my alternate answers list to make sure there aren't any other specific words I can accept anywhere. I'm afraid not. Nothing else on those. Pesach, chicken, halal, cheese, pass, and pork. No, I can't take any of those, I'm afraid. Sugar, Seder, I'm guessing we go similar with that, and Sedach or Sedak. Oh, is that? That's close. That's close to Seder. Lingo, is that going to be an alternate spelling that's allowed for Cedar? Sedar? And Sikar as well, is that similar? This is the problem now. I don't have any knowledge in this field whatsoever. We've got Sidach and Sikar on the middle line there. 2 that have basically the right things, but with slightly different consonants going on. Like Roy Rapunzel's gone with a K instead of a D, and Arun's got a CH on the end rather than just finishing it off. Only Setar is phonetically plausible, so... You say that then Topper's the only one that I would accept out of these 3 I can see in front of me? Okay, I will take your word on that then. Topper's getting the word on that. Everybody else is getting a no, I'm afraid. Not Passover, specifically got a disallow for Passover, though we've got the word Passover in the phrase anyway, and not milk either. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, I don't know much about... don't know much about the language, so I'm afraid I have to defer to somebody else with far stronger knowledge on that, because it could be an absolute minefield. I've been caught in the past when I've written a Quizmas pack of outright and only put like 2 variation spellings for the particular holiday, and there were like 7 other variations that came through as answers, and everybody was disappointed. It's like, oh, I keep forgetting about that. So we've got 24 players. Congratulations to 24 of you getting some points on the board. We've got a Clive, we've got a Jerry, we've got Manic Volcanic, Mark, Oni, Ralph and Topper getting the full 600 points. Congratulations there to you for getting all 3 on the board. I feel this is the thing, is that I haven't really read much of this sheet yet, so I'm kind of, you know, flying by the seat of my pants on quite a lot of it, trusting that everything that's on the sheet is everything I need to know. But we've already had 2 situations so far where I've had to go, is it this or is it not? So it's quite fun. Yeah, very much so, Lingo. Let's continue on to statement number 7. Back in May, Lingo travelled from Seattle to Rome for a rugby union tournament. After getting accustomed to the time difference of blank hours, he played as a blank, appropriately wearing jersey number 2. Afterwards, he bought some beers with a crisp, blank-coloured €50 note. 3 blanks to fill. 3 answers you can give me. Last few seconds, get your guesses in. And that there is time. Unfortunately, the last one did not come in time, Topper, though I'm going to say it's not going to be accepted anyway. Let's go through some answers. We've got, here we go, all the numbers to start with. Right, what is the number I need to look for? That number, okay. 7, 12, 6, 11 and 8. It's not the number we're looking for. 9 is the number we are looking for. Yes, indeed. It is a difference of 9 hours between Seattle and Rome. 9 hours difference between the two. 60 players have gone for orange. Is that the colour in question? Yes, it is indeed an orange-coloured €50 note. Well done on blank C. And then we've got 30 players that have gone for the hooker. Are you correct in saying the hooker? You are indeed. Blank B is indeed the hooker position for the number 2 position in rugby union. Other answers we're going through here: 5 and blue, pink and winger, 8 and 12. It is none of those, I'm afraid. Yellow. I imagine there is specifically a yellow one, so we can't take that. Purple, green, 4, prop, and red. Now, I'm pretty certain this one is an orange coloured. We can't really go beyond orange on the accepted answers there. I'll just quickly look at my list again. I don't have any other variations. Yeah, as I say, I think there is distinctly a yellow note as well, and it's not this one. So I think we're all good to say that yellow is not accepted. Orange is the only one to go for. Page 7, forward, a quarterback, a halfback, goalie, quarterback, and frontman. Unfortunately, it is none of those positions. And yeah, sure. I'll give you that one, right, Rapunzel. I know what you're going for. You just missed the R, that's all. We'll take it. 27, get me the correct answers there. With BC, Ralph, Shapes are only 3 players getting all 3 blanks, getting the total of 600 points. Very well done there on identifying all of those. A lot of perfect streaks just exploding, very much, Oni. Right, we've got one more statement left in this round, and then we'll have a look at the leaderboard. Let's go to statement number 8. When texting your pal in Quito, the capital of blank, be careful when translating I am 30 years old to Spanish. If you forget the diacritic known as blank above the last N and say yo tengo blank anos, you're really saying I have 30 anuses. 3 blanks to fill. Thanks, Lingo, for making me say that. Last 2 seconds, get a guess in. And it is time. What the fuck's this, not a cat? Yeah, it very much is a case of forgetting that diacritic. Let's have a look at what you've gone. We've got Ecuador. 23 players have gone for Ecuador. Is correct. Yes, Quito is the capital of Ecuador. 16 have gone for a tilde. Indeed, that's the squiggly thing above the N. It's called a tilde. That is its specific name. Or you could have also got a virgulila. Or virgulia, or something along those lines. You could also take that as the specific word. It's not Peru. It's not Portuguese. It's not Belarus. It's not umlaut. Yeah, okay. You're going for an umlaut or something like that. It's not that. It's not Bolivia. Not Catalan. No, can't take any of those. It's not... okay, right, Rapunzel, I will take that. That is phonetically plausible. It's not an umlaut to have said that. Squiggle. It sort of is. It sort of is the squiggle, but we need the name, I'm afraid. We can't take just squiggle. Yeah, if you forget the diacritic known as a tilde, we are specifically looking for the name of the diacritic. If the sentence was structured slightly differently, you could argue that squiggle could work in the blank, but it doesn't in this case, I'm afraid. Me! Trieste. Oh, hello. Am I going to have to check that one? Doesn't look close enough for me, I'm afraid. And Colombia. Yeah, I'm going to guess that is not close enough. You're on the right lines, but I'm afraid it's the wrong Romance language. Shapes is saying it's Italian, so yeah, it's the wrong Romance language, but you're close. An Enye. Oh. Oh. Is it an Enye? Why am I thinking it's an Enye now? Am I allowed to take that? Oh, the actual letter is the Enye. Ah, of course. That's true. Very true. So I can't take Enye then. But the whole thing is called an Enye. So if you forgot the diacritic and it was an Enye carrot, right, okay, yes. Yeah. Not Enya. No, I won't allow it. You got it. I know you got the demonstrated knowledge, but it's not the name of the diacritic, I'm afraid. But I got very confused at this moment then. Honduras, acute, and anus. No, we've got anos is already in there, I'm afraid, Hex. So it's not going to be that. Can't take any of those. Trienta. Can I take that? Yeah, sure I could take that. That's just vowels in the wrong order. Yeah, I could take that. We've got it as EI, trainter, rather than trainter, but I will take that. Those are the correct letters, just slightly different order on the vowels in the middle. I'll take it. It's not Trentis, I'm afraid, or Trenter. Again, similar Romance language roots going on, but not the right one. Not Treti either. Trainte? I'm inclined to agree on that one. If I've allowed the vowels in the wrong order, I'll allow one vowel wrong. I'll allow that. But the others, those are too far away. I can't take. Trenta. You've missed one vowel. Trienta, I could take that, BC. I'm fine with that. Not Mañana, not Tercera, not Argentina, not Enya. Trenta. If I'm following the rule of off by one vowel, then technically that's right. So I'll take it, and it's phonetically plausible. Even if it's not necessarily the right language. That's the problem when multiple languages are very similar sounding. No for those. Trios, no. That's definitely different. China, Trentos is a different word. Trento, here you've gone for a different vowel ending entirely. With an E as a schwa, you can agree that you could sort of, you'd be fine with an O, you're not going for a schwa ending. Trentoshe, no, stop that either. Not taking any of those. Oh boy. And Trenta, thank you! There we go. We're through it. We're marked. 27 players getting points on that statement there. Congratulations to Fluid Fernando, Jerry, Mark, and Quizmaster Gary, and Shapes getting the full 600 points. Yeah, it sort of is an upside down E. Yes, hex. Yes, but it's just when the vowel gets sort of shortened in a way. It's not quite that, but Tom's got a video about it. I implore you to watch it. Yeah, it's more like there you go. At the end of that chapter, let's have a look at the leaderboard. Oh boy. So in the lead we've got Mark currently on 3,800, then we've got Jerry and Oni on 3,600, and Ralph in third place on 3,400. It is now, oh god, it's 10 to 9 already, and we've only played chapter 1 so far. Oh, it's a very slow game, this one, isn't it? Let's continue on, shall we? Round 2. Sorry, chapter 2. Oh, easily overturn, Mr. Game Man. Can easily catch up. There's lots of opportunities for points. So this is chapter number 2, known as Piece Together. In this round, you'll see a sheet of paper with 6 keywords on, or key phrases on. But we've put the paper through a shredder, and the slices have been put in the wrong order. Over time, we'll move the slices into the correct order, and then you'll be able to easily read the phrases. You need to give an answer that closely connects all 6 of the key phrases together. It's a bit like that Only Connect show, except we have 6 to connect with. That's what's different. And also, shredded. They don't do that. Yes, they do missing vowels and things like that, but we're different here. You can give me 2 attempts for the connection on each of the documents. So you can try and go for a broad guess and then a slightly more specific guess later on if you think the broad guess isn't going to be good enough to accept for the terms we are looking for. Sometimes we will be asking for a very specific set of keywords in your answer. Sometimes we will be more broad with the acceptable answer range. So just bear that in mind. We might be asking for something more specific. I can't do a Victoria Coram Mitchell and say have another go at it. That's nothing I can do right now. All I can say is ahead of time to try and go for a more specific answer if you can on certain questions. Now, more points will be awarded the earlier you answer. So the sooner you think you have the connection and is marked correctly, the more points you will get in this round. Okay, so speed does matter. Good luck. Let's start off with your first shredded document. And you need to tell me what connects the following things. One single word will do it. Time starts now. Oh, and at half-time, the scores are tied at 1 apiece. There we go, everything's in the order. We've got a scapula, thoracic vertebra, coccyx, trapezium, fibula, and mandible. Those are the terms that we have on this piece of paper. What connects all of them together? That second one is gloriously specific. It kind of is. Maybe to throw a wrench in the works for some. I don't know. Let's have a look at what we've got. 32 players. I'm pretty certain no one's gone for exactly that answer, but if you've given me anything close to bone or human bones, then you are right. They are indeed bones in the human body. They're not organs, they're not face, insect, joints, dinosaurs, or tools. Anything bone related is good, but yeah, you kind of have to get anything based on the bones. Joints is not good enough, you need the word bone. And finally, chemistry and kitchen utensils. It's not those. So, a nice easy one to mark off there. A total of 29 scoring some points with Clive, Toot, Oni, Ralph and Shapes getting the maximum before I've even started the timer. Very well done to you five at the top there, getting the maximum 1,000 available on this particular round for each of the pages. Okay, now you have an idea of what you need to do here. This one... what can I give you as a hint beforehand in terms of specificity? A 2-word answer should suffice, is what I'll say. A 2-word answer should suffice. Though if you want to be more specific, you can do. We should be okay. Just don't go too specific. I know I sound so vague right now, don't I? Let's have a look at your second shredded document. What connects these keywords together? Your time starts now. Be mildly specific. You can be specific if you wish, but don't go too specific because there is... Actually, do we have a disallow on that? I think we don't even have the disallow on that anymore. We did have a disallow at one point. So I think it can be broadly as specific as you wish. 10 seconds. There isn't an answer trap on this one, I don't believe. There was originally, but I think it got removed. Get your guesses in. And that is time. No! Okay, let's go and see what you have gone for. Definitely everyone's guessed that. Courses in Mario Kart 8. Is correct. You could say just Mario Kart or Mario Kart 8 or MK8 tracks. MK8 courses, Mario Kart tracks. Tracks in Mario Kart, tracks in MK8, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tracks. Mario Kart 8 tracks, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe courses, Mario Kart 8 courses in Mario Kart, courses in MK8, tracks in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, tracks in Mario Kart 8 and courses in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Any of those would have been accepted. Let's have a look at the other general answers. We've got general elections, shoes, TV shows, roller coasters, comedies, and Fortnite locals. It is not Fortnite locals. Stephen King books, and I will take Mario Kart stages.
I love Ash's poetry corner.
Thank you for the 100 bits there, Ronnie. I will take Mario Kart stages. That's absolutely fine, but not Stephen King books. 21 scoring some points there. Congratulations to Ralph with the fastest, getting 900 points. Then Clive 758, Anacep 656, Arun 655, and Puzzle Down rounding out the top row there, 638 points. Snaps fingers. Okay. Shredded document number 3. You must be at least a little specific. If you just give a person's name, you won't get credit. So you need at least a person's name and something else to contextualize that specific person. That is what we're going on with this, okay? So you need to give me at least a person's name and some sort of contextual word along with it. There's your hint. Here's your shredded document. What connects these key phrases? Your time starts now. No one guessing right now. Oh, there we go. First guess is coming in. Get your guess in. Last chance. Wow. Not many guesses in at all on that one. The words we've got here are Jeffrey McConney, Hope Hicks, Michael Cohen, Keith Davidson, Stephanie Clifford, and David Pecker. Yeah, I was suspecting this one probably going to be the hardest one of the lot. Got very late, says Shapes. Well, let's see what answers have been accepted, and are they right? We've got Taskmaster winners. Oh, definitely not. The Office characters. No. Trump employees. We'll round back to that one. England footballer, Jewish comedians, and MASH. Now, Anisep, you have got one of the right keywords. I don't know if you've got enough for the second keyword. Lingo? I don't know if that's going to be enough with just employees. They're not all Trump employees, in which case then I can't take that as correct. But you got one of the keywords. It's not SNP, it's not TV show host, it's not... Well, hang on. I think I can take that one. I think Manic Volcanic. I can take that. Donald Trump witnesses in Trump's criminal trial. I can take it. Yes, very much so. The full title is Witnesses in People versus Trump. But you could have given me Witnesses in Trump's criminal trial, Trump testifiers, Trump trial testifiers, Trump trial witnesses, Witnesses in Trump's trial, Witnesses in Trump's trial, spoke at Trump's trial, Donald Trump's trial, spoke during Trump's trial, people who spoke at Trump's trial, people who testified during Trump's trial, Trump hush money case, Trump hush money witnesses, testified in Trump's criminal trial, people v. Trump testified in Trump trial. I'm afraid I don't think I can take doctors in film roles of Brad Pitt. So well done. Manic Volcanic is our only person scoring points on that document.
This is the people versus Donald Trump.
Can you imagine the people versus you get Donald Trump as a contestant? Thank you for the 100 bits. I wish I had that sound now. I wish I had that sound on my soundboard now. This is the people versus Donald Trump. I'll talk to Prey afterwards. We'll play the bong game, yeah. But well done, Manic Volcanic, our only player getting any points on that. That is incredible. Very well done. My too late answer was bargain hunt host. Somehow even more wrong. Oh, I know what you're going for, though. I know why you went with that answer, though, K-Jarves. I appreciate that guess. But yeah, not quite right. 37 crimes, Jesus. Let's continue on, shall we? And for question number 4, you do need to give me... What should I say? 2 words. A thing and a quality of that thing. Basically is what we're looking for. So, a descriptive word attached to a noun. Could say an adjective. Yeah, an adjective with a noun is kind of the ideal answer we're looking for this one. So, descriptive word along with some noun. Good luck. You'll know what I mean when you see it, hopefully. What connects these key phrases? Your time starts now. Yes, an explainy thing next to a thingy. And the guesses, words we got here are Earl Grey, cappuccino, Red Bull, Coca-Cola, yerba mate, and kombucha. Those are our 6 words, 6 phrases. What connects all of them together? Let's have a look at what you've gone for. We have soft drinks, does not match all of them, I'm afraid. Sparkling drinks, again, does not match all of them. Fermented matches some but not all. Black foods, no. Brown drinks, no. Starbucks drinks, no, I'm afraid not. Starbucks coffee, no, that would match the cappuccino, but not necessarily everything else. Non-alcoholic beverages, I think kombucha cancels that one out. Soda brands, no. Caffeinated drinks, though, Mr. Chris Hannell. They are indeed caffeinated drinks. Exactly the answer we're looking for. Sweet treats and mixed drinks, no, I'm not taking any of those, I'm afraid. Fizzy drinks, no. Advertising brands, no. Coffee types, no. Expensive drinks. I mean, you have done the descriptive word along with drinks. Unfortunately, it's not the descriptive word we're looking for, though I guess some of them are expensive. Drinks, flavours, tenuous. I can't take that, I'm afraid. Types of drinks. that's not quite a descriptive word along with drinks, I'm afraid. You've just gone with broader category of, and that's not good enough, I'm afraid. Page 4, sponsor drinks, no. Refreshing drinks, no. I'm going to say no, definitely not. Syllables, drinkable things. Yes, they are drinkable things, but we need a bit more than just that, because that's what a drink is. Drink brands, no, they're not all brands. National drinks, some of them are, some of them aren't. Caffeinated drinks I will take. There we go. We've got a total of 13 scoring some points, with Sue doing the best, 901, then Fluid Fernando 893, Mark 792, Ralph 790, and only the top row there 726. Yerba Mate is an interesting drink, that one. I think, if memory serves, it's the one with the loose leaves that you have to sort of specially sort of scoop into a slope of sorts, and then you have often like a metal straw with a bit of a mesh thing on the end of it, and you drink through that, and you sort of keep refreshing the drink with hot water every time you want to drink out of it. You can get a lot of caffeine out of it. Well, actually, no, don't get as much caffeine as other caffeinated drinks, but you can, if you keep replenishing it, you can get quite a lot of drink out of it. Yeah. I haven't actually had it myself, but it does sound very nice. 13 getting some points, though. Very well done. Okay, 2 more shredded documents to consider. Let's have a look at this one. What have we got on this one to consider? Yeah, 2-word answer would be perfect here, I think. A 2-word answer would be perfect on this one. And yes, it's an Earl Grey on the top of that screen there. Earl Grey, type of tea. Let's go to sheet number 5. We are looking for a 2-word answer, ideally. What connects these shredded keywords together? Good luck. Oh, my phone's gone off. I need an update. I need a score update. Well, it's still 1-1. Apparently still half time. That doesn't make sense. Well, we're alive. It's still 1-1. Okay. And that is time. The words we've got here are Todd Quinlan, Carla Espinoza, J.D. Dorian, Bob Kelso, Perry Cox, and Elliot Reed. Those are our 6 keywords. What connects them all together? A meh from Battyman in the Whispers. We've got 6 players that have gone with Scrubs characters, or basically any combination of Scrubs and someone that works. Is absolutely fine. Yeah, they are all Scrubs characters. They are people. We needed a bit more than that, I'm afraid. Not MotoGP, not UK grocery stores, not murderers, no. F1 drivers, no. Award winners, no. I can't take that. Fictional doctors. Do I want to pull you up on a technicality and say that one of them isn't a doctor, is actually a nurse? Not Latino singers, I'm afraid. Am I going to... I don't believe they're all doctors, I'm afraid. And there's the janitor. So definitely not. Although sometimes, you never know, the janitor does do some medical work. So I'm afraid I say no. 6 players getting some points. Me, the best, 820. Then Only 808, Toot 697, Mark 633, NASA 507, and Chris 501. Okay, one final shredded document to consider, and this one you can just give me a 1-word answer, and you probably will be good. You did allow doctors, even though Carla is a nurse, although I'd say just isn't enough anyway. Fair enough, Lingo. Fair enough. Right, final shredded document. 1 word should suffice for giving me an answer here, but have a look and see what you think. What connects these shredded keywords together? Time starts now. and we are done already. Scatter, pie, histogram, radar, box and whisker, Perito. Says image on the internet. And that there is time. Let's have a look at the answers that have come through. Types of charts, all types of graphs, or chart types, or graph types, or charts, or graphs, or kinds of charts, or kinds of graphs, chart kinds, graph kinds, or chart, or graph. Any of those would be accepted. Statistics is a bit too broad. You need to tell me it was either a chart or graph, I'm afraid. Birds, what are birds? We just don't know. Ooh, plots. Plots I can take. They're fine. They are indeed also plots. Mathematics, too broad. Charts and graphs, sure, Ralph. Stats, I mean, yes, they do somewhat describe stats, but again, a bit too broad, I'm afraid. Graph styles, sure. And, can't take A few more scores and points, though. 22 gates and points on the board on that one. Clive doing the best, 937. Then Ralph, 894. Chris, 761. Another Chris, 733. And Toot, 707. At the end of chapter number 2, let's have a look at the leaderboard. I have a degree in statistics, and this is what I have to show for it. Well, it's demonstrating knowledge, Manic. In the lead is Oni now on 7,410. He's doing what? Mark in second on 7,377. Oh, you nearly have all the sevens there. Ralph in third place, 6,984. Chris in fourth, 6,490. Fluid Fernando in fifth, 6,281. And Clive in sixth, 6,139. Yes, I do like to keep changing how I read these numbers out. He's doing what? No! The Chris army encroaches. Let's continue straight on into chapter number 3. Yes, there's still more gameplay. And this one is, well, I'm hoping it all works. It's been a while since I've actually checked it. So, in this round, you will see an image of a place, person, or thing. Yeah, not that show. But we have we have blocked the image with many redacted bars or black bars. Over time, those black bars will be removed, revealing the image beneath. We will also give you a text clue that will appear with the ideal correct answer in it redacted. You just need to give me an answer that names or identifies the place, person, or thing in the image. And you can give me 2 attempts in this case for each of the images. Again, more points awarded the earlier you answer. We will also give you a broad category of thing that we are looking for as well. As you can see there, that is the redacted logo that we have redacted. So you need to say redacted is a game where you have to fill in the blanks to score big. That is what we're doing. Okay, if you're ready, good luck. Here comes your first image to consider, if it loads up. And we're looking for a video game. Give me a video game, please. Time starts now. As if that's the thing that's first revealed. Here's your hint. In Lucas Pope's video game Blank, the player takes on the role of a border control agent at Grestin Checkpoint. And of course, you did have to use the picture of Georgie. Of course you had to do Georgie there. While we reveal the answer, let's put some music on. There we go. So, the answers that came through were... Well, we've got 2 pages. Papers, please! You are approved. Oh, if only I'd change that to say approved now. It's not contained. It's not documents, please. You're very close, but it's called papers, please. It's not Stanley Parable. It's not Shitty Mobile Gamer. Definitely not. And it's not Hello Neighbour. Glory to Astotska. SGDQ interstitial screen. You know what? I probably would have accepted that, Danny. I probably would have accepted that. You always said that, says Chris. By the way, again, some phenomenal work on the layouts again for SGDQ, Chris. Just some amazing stuff there. For those that don't know, Chris is part of the team that make the layouts for all the GDQs and various other projects as well, and is already working on Flame Fatales right now. So no rest. No rest of the wicked. And all the Doritos. Yes, all the Doritos going on. Well done to 22. Scoring some points there for identifying Papers, Please. With Suyu doing the best, 990. Oni 984. ABM 973. NASA 948. And Topper 943. Okay. Next, let's have a look at another image, please. And we are looking for a name of equipment, please. A name of equipment. Time starts now. Bloody hell, Oni. Not messing around. Here's your hint. Capable of reaching temperatures above 1,500 degrees Celsius, the blank has been a mainstay in chemistry laboratories since its invention in the 1850s. There it is. What is it? And that is time. Let me do that and do that. Let's have a look at some answers. Bunsen burner says 25 players. That is indeed a Bunsen burner. Very well done. It's not a pinball, not microphone, not an Allen wrench, not a bottle opener, not a catheter. Bunsen burns. I'll take that. That's fine. Not the others though. Bunsen Burnett. Oh, you're pretty much on the money there, Pyro. I'll take it. An Erlenmeyer. No, it's kind of flask, isn't it? An Erlenmeyer. Tripod. I can see where you're going with that, but it's not. And it's not an accelerator. 27 scoring points. Well done. Only doing the best. Nearly the full maximum. 996. He really is on for a blinded tonight, folks. Then Fluid Fernando 950. ABM 941. Clive 818. And Shapes 809 on the top row. Let's keep this momentum going. Don't threaten me with bad time. Let's continue on to image number 3. And we are looking for the name of a filmmaker, please. The name of a filmmaker. Your time starts now. So far, the scoreline is still 1-1. Blank won the most recent Academy Award for Best Animated Feature alongside Toshio Suzuki for the film The Boy and the Heron. Am I going to take that answer, Sunny Cat? We'll see. We'll see if we take that answer in a moment. No idea, says Batman. Now, I was umming and ahhing whether I was going to use the word filmmaker here or animator, because both would be valid terms as a hint. But I thought animator might pin it a little too earlier on, whereas going filmmaker is slightly more broad. Might have steered you afoul a little, maybe. A man jealous of a cat, says Chris. Well, let's have a look at some answers. We've got Wes Anderson, Nick Park, Alfred Hitchcock, Stan Lee, Quentin Tarantino, and Tartino. I'm afraid it's none of those. Ghibli. Some weeb shit. Spielberg, Kurosawa, Ghibli guy, Hideo Misaki. Oh, man. That's nowhere near, I'm afraid, Nasser. I can't take that. You got, like, 30% of the letters in the right order. We are talking about sort of Studio Ghibli, but I'm afraid that's not the name of the person we're talking about here. Again, Ghibli guy, you're going the right lines, but it's not enough to demonstrate we need the actual name, please. John Smith, Yukimoto, David Schultz, and Kurosawa. It is not any of those, I'm afraid. I can accept, though, Hayao Miyazaki, or just Miyazaki, or Miyazaki Hayao. Any of those would have been accepted. 17 give me the right answer, with Clive doing the best, 727, then Ralph 710, Shapes 692, Silver Electron 682, Mr. Vertigo 679, rounding out that top row. Very well done. And yeah, not much else to say on that one. He also won it in 2003 for Spirited Away. I should have a look at this trivia citations references column a bit more often. But there's just loads of other cells I need to look at as well. But yes, Hayao Miyazaki was the answer we're looking for there. Okay, photo number 4. Have a look at this. Now we're looking for the name of a food. Time starts now. Name of a food. Here's your hint. Some people argue whether the blank is a fruit or a vegetable, but Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers famously argued over its pronunciation. Let's just call the whole thing off, is what I say. Let's have a look to see what you've guessed. Boil a mash of stick him in a stew. No, it's a tomato. Or tomato. 30 is correct. It's not a strawberry. It's not an apple. Now. Tomto. Sure, I'll take Tomto. You know, we're looking for just tomato. You went a bit too specific, but I'll be generous on this case. Strawberry, apple, strawberry. It's none of those, though. Strawberries, rhubarb is not. But a total of 30 scoring points. Very well done to Oni, getting the most, 977. Then Suyu, 972. Shapes, 936. Demand Man, 934. And AB Me, 931. Yeah, again, it's technically not cherry tomato. And if I was being super picky, I would say no because of that. But we were looking for just broadly for tomato. And you gave me that. We didn't want to be too penalisy on that one, I suppose. Okay, 2 more images to consider. Have a look at this one. Yeah, you can guess twice. We are looking for the name of an attraction. That's really not giving much away, is it? Time starts now. Here's your hint. When it first opened in 2005, blank was the tallest and fastest of its kind in the world. Today is just the tallest. Hill. Oh, imagine the rollbacks on that. Let's have a look at some answers. We've got Alton Towers, Hoover Dam, Six Flags, Stealth, Central Park, and Canals of Venice. Now, Six Flags probably would be fine if we were talking about the broad park, but we are looking just at a specific ride, I'm afraid, so I don't think I'm going to take Six Flags. Similarly, Alton Towers, obviously, it's not that park anyway, and it's none of those I could take. It is a roller coaster, but we are looking for a specific name here, I'm afraid. London Eye, no roller coaster, no Splash Mountain. Kew Gardens, Kinder Car. You know, that is close enough. Kinder Car, Kingda Car. It has the phonetic plausibility about it, Pyro. Yeah, it's Kingda Car is the specific way of spelling it, but the way you say Kinder Car, Kingda Car, in rapid speech, you could probably argue it could be pronounced as such, so I'll take that. A Kinder Car is made of chocolate, though. Kinder Bueno. The Kinder Car is banned in the US because it's choking hazard. There you go. It's none of the others, I'm afraid. Top Thrill Dragster, good guess, not the one. California Roller Coasters, not that, I'm afraid. Falkirk Wheel, no. Some Alton Towers roller coaster, probably, it's not. The big one, no. Big roller coaster thing, no, I'm afraid not. Stupid UK roller coasters, it's not in the UK. Tats, no. King Car is correct, though. And we've also got Vertigo, the Missile Pepsi Ride, and Oblivion, it's not. Total of 9 giving me a right answer, though. Very well done. We've got K-Jarves doing the best, 955. Then Topper, 751. Clive, 729. There's the only 715. Demandaman, 714. I might as well read all the names here. BT, 713. Mr. Vertigo, 689. Pyro, 654. And Cetra, 521. If Lingo visits the UK, Falkirk Wheel is an essential stop, says Shapes. We'll add that to the calendar. Right, we've got one more image left to go in this chapter. Have a look at this. We're looking for the name of a character, please. A name of a character. And your time starts now. Oh, that's an interesting guess. I like it. Here's your hint. Be careful when conversing with blank. If she loses her temper, you might lose your head. To the bot, please, the bandman. To the bot. And that there is time. I was very intrigued to see at least, I think, 4 people go with the same wrong answer early on. But I could totally see why they would have gone with that guess, given the information on screen at the time. Yeah, indeed, Oni, yeah. Let's see the guesses that came through. We've got Eggman, Mighty Mouse, Porky Pig, Strongbad, Dr. Wily, and Bugs Bunny. It was the Eggman, Dr. Robotnik guesses that came through early that was very intriguing. I could see where you go with that. Unfortunately, it's not right. Goofy, Dr. Eggman, there's another one. The Red Queen. No, that's not the name of the character, I'm afraid. We needed a bit more than just that. Darkwing Tom, unless, of course, in a different... No, because we're talking about the animation character here, not necessarily any of the literary work that could be named differently. So I'm afraid I'm not taking that. Hanna-Barbera, no. But the Queen of Hearts and Shapes did indeed get that right. We are looking here at the Queen of Hearts. With a total of 28 from the looks of things, getting that right. Oni, the fastest, 829, despite the early guess of getting it wrong as well. Chris, second best, 814. Toot, 807. Natter, 798. Mr. Vertigo, 796, rounding out that top row. Well. I think Oni is doing very well here, but what does the leaderboard say? The leaderboard does confirm Oni in the lead on 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Then we've got Clive on 10,816, Ralph on 10,733, Chris on 10,366, Mark on 10,107, and Fluid Fernando on 9,669. Those are our top 6 players right now. Hi, I'm on the leaderboard. So yeah, Oni still holding on to that lead by nearly 2,000 points. But there are loads of points on offer in the final main round, which is round 4 coming up in a moment, and you only have single guesses to work with. So, anything can happen. Speaking of anything can happen, currently in the match, it is still 1 each. So this is chapter number 4, Declassify the Redacted. In this round, you will see a question specifically, with many words and phrases redacted in it. Over time, the black bars will be removed, revealing more and more of the question. You need to give me an answer to the full question. Give me an answer to just part of the question is not good enough. It needs to match the full question we are asking for. And you can only give me 1 attempt for each question. So no second guessing here. Only 1 attempt will be accepted, and it must be right. The example over here we've got is blank country in blank area at a blank of over 17 blank kilometers. If we remove all the blanks, the answer you would have given is Russia, essentially. No, you just need to give me an answer to the full question. We'll give you a lot of blank stuff to start with, then start removing some of those blanks so you can see what the words are behind. You just need to answer the question, Hex. That's all it is. We're just hiding a lot of the question away early on and making it, revealing it later on. One could say it's a bit like Outright, but I have it in the random mode. That's essentially what this is. It's Outright round 2. But we're doing it at a slower pace. It can be anything up to a minute long or so for some of these questions, depending on the number of blanks in the question to consider. And again, more points are awarded the earlier you answer, and there are a lot of points available in this round. But remember, only 1 guess for each question. It's Outright, but in slow motion. It's like the tiebreaker. It's almost like, aping me, that I borrowed all of this code from Redacted to use for said tiebreaker. Almost. I had to change 1 line. Let's start with your first question. Good luck, folks. What blank blank is what blank blank according to a blank blank by blank and blank, and is the blank 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 that is blank? That is your question. Your time starts now. I'm going to take a sip. First of all, we have E's 1966. Blank E's 1966. Then we've got quote it. Integer. Oh, I see why you guessed that, pulls down. Single. Only. Marvin Gaye. Single digit. Prime. Even. Number. Kim Weston. And finally, takes. What single digit integer is what it takes according to a 1966 single by Kim Weston and Marvin Gaye, and is the only prime number that is even? And that is time. Typoed that one. Well done, Div, says Oni. Oh no, that could be some pain. Let's go through some answers. We have got a 3 and 19 in England. That's an interesting answer, Puzzle Dan. I know why you said England, considering 1966 was on the board, but I'm afraid not. Not 1, not pi, not 5. But of course it was. It takes 2. 26 giving me the right answer of 2. Or the numeral 2 would have been accepted as well. And as I said, there are lots of points on offer. Mark getting 1,620 for that guess. Then Jerry, 1,314. Clive, 1,306. Manic, 1,304. BC, 1,301 for the top row there. Lots of points being thrown around straight away on that first question. Of course, 2 being even makes it the oddest. Prime of all. Thank you, Lingo. Here comes question number 2. Sometimes it works, Puzzle Dan. Unfortunately, it didn't that time. What blank blank is blank with blank? Blank, 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 and blank, for which blank blank is sometimes blank, blank, blank. Welcome to the game, Eli. Your time starts now. Traditionally made. That's a good start. Bacon. Dish. Black. Pecorino Romano. Pasta. Italy. Substituted. Pepper. Thick cut. Guanciale. Outside of. Cheese. Cheese. And finally, egg yolks. What pasta dish is traditionally made with egg yolks, black pepper, pecorino romano cheese, and guanciale, for which thick-cut bacon is sometimes substituted outside of Italy? Or lardons, or something like that. That is time. Let's see your guesses. Hunter's chicken, vermicelli, lasagna, spaghetti, tagliatelle, and lasagna. Now, spaghetti is part of the correct answer, but it is not the key part of the answer we're looking for, so that is a wrong. Spaghetti parma, lasagna, none of them. It is not, I'm afraid. Carbonara is correct. Could have also said spaghetti carbonara, pasta carbonara, bucatini carbonara, and rigatoni carbonara. Any of those would have been accepted. Basically, if you said the word carbonara, then you are good. 22 give me a correct answer there, with Manic Volcanic the best guess. 1,586 points for that. Clive with 1,563. Pyro with 1,367, Shapes with 1,363, and BC with 1,350. Good answers there on the board. The carbonara effect. Okay, 3 more questions left in this round. Good luck. It is very nice, Chris. Very, very nice. And that's coming from someone that doesn't particularly like cheesy things, but I do like carbonara. Question number 3. Have a look at this. What blank 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 by blank is blank blank from the blank blank and blank on the blank of some blank blank? And your time starts now. BCE. Obverse. Late. Leonardo da Vinci. Can be found. Drawing. An architect. 1 euro. 15th century. 1st century. Coins. Finally, named after what late 15th century drawing by Leonardo da Vinci is named after an architect from the 1st century BCE and can be found on the obverse of some 1 euro coins. And that is time. I think Leonardo da Vinci may have been an early tell on this particular question, but let's have a look. Mona Lisa, then the Vitruvian Man, Vesuvian Man, Pertuvian Man, Laughing Cavalier, and the Human Body. Now, let me have a look at what I've got. It is the Vitruvian Man, which I'll give you that hex, that's fine. Vesuvian Man. S is not necessarily next to the T. I went in Rome. Pertuvian Man. That's a bit too far away, Puzzle Dad. I can't stretch that far, I'm afraid. Vesuvian Man. Yeah, I'll take that. That's close enough for me. Not the Colosseum. But it is the Vitruvian Man. 14 giving me the full correct spelling. Well done. With a total of 17 scoring some points. Only doing the best, 1465. Then Nata 1411, Suyu 1403, Toots 1330, and Clive 1326. Okay, Oni was at the top of that particular point allocation. 2 more questions left. Can Oni hold on for the victory on this one? Question number 4 is this. What blank is said to have blank blank to a blank for his blank blank leading to his blank of the blank blank for blank blank to blank a blank? Your time starts now. As we get a raid from Prey. Hello there, Prey. Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. The first word in this redacted puzzle is national. Then we've got help find. Hope you're doing well there, Prey. And welcome on in, Raiders. Confined is another word. Just distracting you all here, clearly. Franklin D. Roosevelt. What were you doing, Prey? Were you doing some Dungeons and Dragons stuff? Disease. Paralysis. Foundation. Infantile. Entire. Presidency. Doing some D&D and around my first qual attempt for nice Prey. Wheelchair. Did the qualifying attempt go well? Establishment. And finally, cure. What disease is said to have confined FDR to a wheelchair for his entire presidency, leading to his establishment of the National Foundation for Infantile Paralysis to help find a cure? 11, 12. Unfortunately, you're going to have to break that one down for me because I don't know what that means in this case. Was that how far you got through with your playthrough? You got to level 11, 12. Is that what it is? But yeah, you have to break that one down for me, I'm afraid. Level 11 with 12 viruses. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. Could have been better, but hey ho. I mean, it's your first qualifying. You can't go wrong with that. And everyone's going to start somewhere. So wish you best here, there, Prey. Right, answers have come through I need to quickly look at my answer list to make sure I can take what I can take. Those are my accepts. All right, let's have a look at some answers. Isaac Newton, gout, polo, Alcy emits. Well, this is some interesting typos going on. Puelio and limes. Awful typo. Now, now, now let's address the elephant in the room. Puelio. I'm being generous. Yeah, it's polio. It's fine. Polio or poliomyelitis is the full term. But yeah, polio is fine. In similar case, Anicept, you're one letter off. I'll take it for polo. You're basically there with polio. It is not any of those, I'm afraid, though. Leprosy, cholera, ALS, Alzheimer's, dysentery, tuberculosis, none of those. Cure measles, motor neuron disease, no. But it is polio. There we go. 15 give me a correct answer there. Topper shouting from the rafters a goal. We will do a check on that in a moment. Well, apparently it's a VAR check, no less, so who knows. But we'll see what Google tells me in a moment. Oni was our fastest guess, getting 1,501 points. Then Jerry, 1483. Anicept, 1476. Manic Volcanic, 1466. And Clive, 1452. Oni not on the board on this allocation. Oh boy, no Oni on the board. Is that it? Is that it for Oni, or can he claw it back on the final question that might have cost Oni the win? Well, let's go through the final question and see what will happen. What blank blank can be used to blank the blank of a blank blank or blank and is a blank of the blank blank for blank blank? It would seem so. Score. Time starts now. I have not seen it say that there was a goal. No. Calculate is your first word. Length. Special case. I was classed as offside. Okay. Diagonal. Mathematical. Law of. There's a guess from Oni. Is that early enough? Have you gone the right way? Speaking of, right. Statement. Hypotenuse. Triangles. Cosines. And finally, line. What mathematical statement can be used to calculate the length of a diagonal line or hypotenuse and is a special case of the law of cosines for right triangles? I can see your guess there, TVP Polska, and I know why I can take that. Let's go through some answers. Hypotenuse. Unfortunately, that's one of the words puzzled down. Pythagorean theorem. Pythagoras theoru. Pythagorean theorem. Pythagoras's theorem. We're getting some proper typos coming through tonight, but it is indeed, this is Pythagoras. It can take anything to do with Pythagoras, Pythagorean theorem, or you can even give me the equation of a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That would also be accepted. Distance formula was also an acceptable answer in this case. Unfortunately, I can't take hypotenuse, I can't take pi, though you may have seen the term cosines there, Mr. Vertigo, to infer of pi, but in this case, no, it's a special case that you can shortcut it a bit. Trigonometry, that's the broad category of maths, but it's not the answer we're looking for. Pythagorean theorem, yes. Pythagoras, I'll take that. Pythagoras, yes, is absolutely fine as well, but not trigonometry. Pythagorean theorem is absolutely fine. We've got 31 answers on the board. Congratulations there with Quizmaster Gary, the first fastest guess there, 1,449. Then it was Arun, 1420, BC 1417, Anicept 1416, and AB Me 1402. Oni is there with 1331. Is that enough to take the win? Or has someone else snatched it in the final chapter? Let's go to the final leaderboard. Oh, he has missed out. Clive takes the win, ahead by 1,200 points. Clive wins on 17,762. Then Oni, second place, 16,505. Ralph in third place, 16,066. Oh, he nearly had 4 sixes. Toots with 15,823. Mark with 15,592. And Flu Fernando on 15,554. Again, nearly all the fives there, but not quite. Everything else has been converted into doots at an exchange rate of 1 point equals 1 doot. Very well done there. Stop using the shredder. You've broken it 3 times. I will replace it, not a cat. Don't worry. But congratulations to Clive. You are our winner tonight in Redacted. But as Scorecount says in chat, though the main game is over, we still have one final question to consider. And it's all of you against little old Clive. Well, he's not actually that little. He's quite big. But it's all of you against Clive. Let's go over to Super Redacted. Clive, would you like your message in a Twitch Whisper window, or would you like it on Discord? Give me a message on public chat and I'll send you some details. So this is the final round. It is a Super Redacted puzzle. Oh, you're going to go Twitch this time. Ooh, mixing it up. All right, then. I will do that for you. Let me find a Whisper window and I'll give you the legend, Clive. Hopefully that has gone through. Yes, there you go. I'll give you some time to think about it. So, in this round, there will be just one question. It's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of blanks to consider, but it will be all one question, kind of done quiz bowl styley. It will be up to Clive to determine what blanks get revealed and when. And it's your job outside there in the audience to get the answer correct. For you to win in the audience, 30% or more of you need to get the answer right. But you can only use at most 3 guesses. For Clive to win, he needs to try and get as many blanks revealed as possible to get as many points as possible, and then bail out doing so before 30% of you or more get it right. So that is the challenge. Can Clive bail out with as many points as possible to beat you in the audience? You get more doots in the audience for getting the answer correct earlier, so you are incentivized to go early, but you only have 3 guesses to work with. And once your 3rd guess has been expired, that is it. You can no longer contribute to the round in play. And please, 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 we will be putting the chat in emote only mode, by the way. But do not answer in public chat, because that will then completely ruin the game. The whole idea is that all of this is done in secret. Everyone is answering secretly. But yes, we're going to put the chat in emote mode so that you cannot give the answer verbatim in public chat. Everything to the bots, please. QuizBot3000 is the bot. Same to you, Clive. Just give me the letter of the blank that you want to reveal in each case, and the word is bail or bail out at the end when you want to finish the round off proper. Is everything clear for you, Clive? And hopefully everything is clear for you as well in the audience. It is under Clive's decision as to how often he reveals, apart from a 10-second cooldown between decisions. Outside of that, he can take as long as he wants. If he wants to wait a whole minute, he can do, but he's just giving you more thinking time if he does. That's the sort of the positive and negative feedback on that. Good luck. Your Super Redacted puzzle is this. She blank the blank of blank and blank in a blank 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 of blank. Her blank blank is a blank 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 by blank blank. During blank after blank blank inside a blank blank. She blank blank with blank blank. That is your puzzle. Good luck. Clive, you are in control. Begin the tension. First reveal is blank P. That is an interview. We get some guesses in. They are wrong. Remember, you have a total of 3 guesses. Next, friend on blank I. Currently 18,000 if you can get it right in the audience. Clive currently has 20,000 in the bank. Not claimed until he bails. Next, blank M, portrayed. So far 6 guesses, none of them right. 7 guesses, none of them right. Puzzle uses their second guess, not right. Still on 0%. Correct in the audience. Blank G's nominee. Clive currently has 40,000 in the bank. Everybody else, if you get it right, 16,000 for a solve at this point. It's all got a bit quiet in the audience. Oh, Rapunzel giving a guess, not right. Next, winning on blank Q. Shapes and Toot giving me a guess, not right. Rapunzel's gone for a second guess, not right. Blank V is a word. Manic's gone for a guess, not right. So far, no one is completely locked out. Shapes has gone for a second guess, also not right. No one correct so far. Mark's gone for a guess, not right. Blank R is a horse race. Crew's gone for a guess. Chris has gone for a guess. Fluid Fernando's gone for a guess. Quizmaster Gary, all going for a guess. No one's right yet. Next, blank X, letters. Anacep's gone for a guess. T-Moral's gone for a guess. Not right. 80,000 at risk now for you, Clive. Someone has got it right. Shapes of their final guess is correct. Has set the motion in play. Currently, you've got about a third of the blanks revealed here, Clive. You go for another. A banker on blank C. Shapes has claimed 12,000 for getting it right. No one else has got it right yet, though. I stand corrected. Mark has got it right. We're up to 6%. 100,000 at risk in the bank for Clive's. The same name on blank H. The game continues on. And it is a goal for England. It's now 2 plays 1 in stoppage time of the second half. So it could be over very soon. Will we finish this game, or will England finish the game? We will find out. Some guesses from Flyboy, Batman, Oni and Jerry, not right. 110,000 at risk for Clive here. Best picture, by the way, was the previous blank that got revealed. Clive's not risking anymore. Use your remaining guesses now while you have them. Last few seconds. Make them count. 9,000 if you can get it right now. Nobody else proffered a correct answer, Clive. You probably could have done one more reveal, or maybe you thought that every other blank would have been enough for people to get it right. Either way, Clive has successfully bailed for 110,000 doots. Congratulations. And only 2 players in the audience managed to solve that correctly. Oh, well. Now that we're all free to speak our minds, does anybody else outside of Shapes and Mark have any ideas of where we're going here? We will reveal all in a moment, Hex. So just thinking if anyone wants to think out loud right now. Well, yeah, it is a woman, yes. I think you're going to kick yourself. I think a few people were hovering around the right answer, but you went with the actual person, not the character that we're actually looking for. I will offer that as an additional thing here, as a character specifically. Yeah, indeed, Clive. So you were thinking that it would have been Avalanche if you revealed any one more of them. Yes. Indeed, Shapes. I did notice, like, I think you got this, Shapes, but you just need to dodge a bit. Kjarv says Mary Poppins. Well, if we reveal the rest of the puzzle, we would see it says she looks after the two children of a banker and a suffragette in a 1964 Best Picture nominee of the same name. Her friend Bert is a cockney jack of all trades portrayed by Dick Van Dyke. During an interview after winning a horse race inside a chalk drawing, she popularizes a word with 34 letters. Mary Poppins, yo, is the correct answer. So yes, you were right to say Mary Poppins, but only after I gave you that little nudge to say that it was the name of a character, not the name of the actress, which I did see a few people go for, including Shapes. You got panicked by the bailout. Could have got that with a little more time and a lot less panic, says Kjar as well. That is the nature of the game. And when the bailout occurs, you only have 20 seconds to get your guesses in. So it all suddenly, sort of suddenly turns. It goes from a very slow game to a very fast game. And that was why Clive was going fast to avoid that problem. So well done, Clive. A very well decided bailout there for 110,000. And well done to Shapes and to Mark. There was the only two players in the audience that managed to get the answer right before Clive bailed out. And can I say again, massive thank you to Lingo Maniac for a brilliant pack of Redacted, and again to Inca for helping proof that pack, though it really didn't need that much proofing. There was like a couple of smidgens here and there that needed tweaking, but that was a really great pack there, Lingo. Really, really awesome questions. Thank you again, and thank you all for playing Redacted. I hope you did enjoy it. We still had a bit of the oh, can I accept this, can I not accept this, that I really despise in having to do with these sort of quizzes, but it wasn't so bad, and thankfully I did have Lingo on hand as well as a second referee to bounce ideas off. So that definitely helps having the author around and/or proofer. And Batty Man is saying game over, England win. Did we really win? Did we really win? How are we in the freaking final? How? After the somehow stop saying we, I can sort of say it being in the right country, Arun. Not necessarily, but it's kind of crazy. They don't deserve to be in the final, honestly. Based off of the performance of that entire group in the group stage, they really don't deserve to be in the final. That's ridiculous. They've played well this match, have they, David? Oh, okay, I'll take your word for it. The group stage proofs was god awful. The total number of goals scored in the group were beaten by, was it Germany? I think someone brought that stat out. Like, all of the goals that Germany had scored in the group stage surpassed all of the goals that all four teams scored in our group. It's ridiculous. And we were somehow first in our group as well, which made no sense. So I have no idea how we've gotten to the final, but we've gotten to the final. So hey, we've got that to look forward to, that we're in the final. Is it coming home? We just don't know. But thank you again, Lingo. Thank you to Inca for that lovely pack of Redacted. And I can now put my phone off and bring this stream to a close, I suppose. We do have a wheel spin to sort out. Why is my... Thank you. I was going to say, why is my mouse wheel not working? I'm going to give you a reminder of what's happening on Friday's stream. So on Friday... presuming I am streaming on Friday, which I believe I am. On Friday, we've got a warm-up game of Who Knows Where. Oh, we don't see that often. By Sooty Cat.
A black
Speaking
cat,
of...
a girl from Wonderland and a urologist walk into a bar. find out what happened on Friday.
That's an interesting sneak peek there. Thank you for the 100 bits there for the intrigue, Sunny Cat. Do appreciate that. But yes, you do have a pack from you in the warm-up game, Who Knows Where, on Friday. Then after that, we've got the main game of The Vault, written by Alice. And then after, we have got a pack of Relativity, written by... written by Prey Streams, also known as PouchMD in the Discord right now. So, yeah, Friday does look to be quite a kind of newbie writing night, because Sunny Cat, Alice, and Prey are all fairly new to the question writing side of things in quiz night. So it's going to be a sort of all newbie side of things on Friday, but there's really good questions and good quizzes to happen on that day, on the Friday. So hope you're looking forward to the Friday stream at 8 p.m. here on 80_bash on Twitch. Ben is not streaming this Saturday. He's at a wedding. JB may be streaming on Saturday, but we'll get to that point when I stream on Friday anyway. I'll do some more continuity then. But yeah, JB should be streaming on the weekend with some Dumpster Lounge stuff, plus any other C365 or Dr. Mario tournament stuff as well. You're hearing fireworks going off because of the result, are you, Batman? I'm not hearing anything. But maybe there is some celebration going on. Let's go over to the wheel spin, shall we? Let me do that one. Press that button. Well, I finally got Stream Deck to work again with my version of OBS. It's still a portable edition. It's still a beta edition, but I updated it and updated the Stream Deck plugin with it, so now it works. Yay! Let's do the wheel spin. What are we going to do? We will never hear the end of it if England win the final, says Mr. Vertigo. Well, we will find out in due time on the server. Here we go! Stop wobbling. Oh, hey! It's me again! It's me! That's the third time recently. Wow. It's really favouring me, clearly. You win a road, Ash, says Topper. It me. Right, what we're going to do... What we're going to do is... We're going to do In the Grid. Because why not? We're going to do In the Grid. Did we win, Ash? You kind of won me. You won In the Grid as well. I do need to get the music ready. And I also need to do some other stuff. Yeah, I need my own music. I also need to get the In the Grid music, which is actually the Tipping Point music. Tipping Point, sounds, music. That's all ready to go. Just got to wait for Unity to load up for In the Grid. And considering it's mine... Do I want to do my own other distribution that I haven't configured yet? Ooh, yes. Yes, I do. I do want to do my own configuration. So I'm going to copy this component and paste it. And I'm going to do another, paste as new. And we'll do a new tile configuration for this game. Distribution X. Push to prod. I always work in prod. Pretty much all of the games that I do on this stream are prod, technically. Right, what are we going to do on this manic grid? Ooh. Let's do that. And do that. And do... that. And that. Oh, actually, that and that. Now I need to count things again. 8, 9. Too many. In which case, that. sure. Am I going to run the analysis? Oh, should I run analysis? I'm going to run analysis quickly. Let's do 1,000 samples. Let's see the kind of scores we can get out of 1,000 samples. Oh, okay. 10,000 samples. Try that. Sure. Sure, that's a distribution and a half. Alright then, I'll do that. So, if you would like to play in the grid tonight, you'll need a keyword. And that keyword is... Well, you know what it is. It's in the grid. The keyword is in the grid. Let me put that over there. And then let me change over to... let's go to camera 2. There we go. And as you're piling on in, let me do music. There we go. Actually, not that music yet. We want this music first. Yeah, do this music first. 2 bankrupts! You madman. I know, right? 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it all still adds up to 16. Can we have some more jolly music, please? Oh, we'll leave this music on. It is a bit of a chaos grid, this. Especially... Oh, come on, Nightbot. Nightbot, what are you doing? This is why I need to roll my own implementation of this, because it's not working. God damn it. Dang it. Why are you doing this, Nightbot? You're going to have to try it again, I'm afraid, folks. You're going to have to try and say it again. If it's telling you you can't say it, say something else, then say that again. For some reason, Nightbot just didn't have any names listed. I do need to roll my own implementation of this. In this would be perfect, ideally. If you get selected to play, you can join me here in Discord and have a bit of a discussion about it, or you can just decide, meh, I'll take my chances elsewhere. Let me go to Discord and set myself up just in case we do have some visitors. Where is it? Where's Cable? There you are. There's Cable. I could if I had access to the actual list of names, but I don't, Prug, so I don't actually open that up to see. Bashbot became sentient on the 10th of July 2024. Yeah, something like that. Right, all of that is set up though in Discord, so I can join that and do this and do that and do that and share the stream. Okay, it's time to pick some players. Who is playing in the grid tonight? We have got Prugs. Prugs has been picked to play. And Battyman 2012 has also been picked to play. So let me find my players, because I need to update your names. We need to set yo to Prugs. And we need to set you to Battyman 2012. There we go. Well, they say 25,000 start. That's not right. I didn't change that back, did I? I need to set that back to the value it should be, which is 10,000. That's the normal starting value. Not bad. Live. Change you to 10,000. Change you to 10,000. There we go. You'll stay in chat, absolutely fine. Prugs. Hi, you're joining in the green room. Okay. Hello there, Prugs. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just about. Let me just boost your volume a bit there. There we go. Welcome on in. How are you doing, Prugs?
I'm thinking somewhat surprised to be here, but that's lovely. I've only caught the last 20 minutes, half hour of the stream, so it's...
So you missed a bit, but either way, you're here for In the Grid. You see the distribution there. We've got potentially 2 bankrupts here in this grid. What do you make of that?
I don't hold out many hopes of getting much out of this grid.
Well, let's have a look at the distribution in play tonight. Batman's going to be playing in chat, so we just sort of have you in voice, and Batman will offer some opinions from the public chat. So we have just 4 cash available in the grid tonight, 3 bonuses, just the 1 steal, then half the grid is penalty or worse.
Yeah.
6 penalties, 2 bankrupts. This is one hell of a grid. Guaranteed at least 1 player will hit a bankrupt, says Silent Marine. Yeah, I guess so. Based on the fact that we've done that, yeah, I guess 1 player will have to hit the bankrupt at some point. But no guarantee that both will hit. Now, here's where it gets even spicier. The distribution of values tonight is a little different. The cash is anything from 5,000 up to 40,000 Doots. Bonuses are anything from 50% up to 200%.
Wow.
Which means if you hit a 200%, you basically triple what you have in the bank, because a 100% bonus is double. Steal is anything from 25 up to 95% of someone's bank. So that is even stronger than normal. Penalty is anything from 50 up to 95%. So penalties are all going to be fairly expensive. And of course, there are 2 bankrupt tiles which take everything away. So there's a lot of cash available. And in the simulations, there is a possibility you can win more than 1 million Doots out of this game if you pick perfectly. But the chances of that happening are very slim indeed. Now, it'll be very easy if it's in this order, so let me randomize it and hide it all away. And we'll lock that grid up like that. Proogs, you are playing first, so you'll be picking first and last in this game, because we reveal all but 1 of the tiles. And of course, a reminder, you have reveals in hand as well that you can use to figure out what is the colour of a particular tile, but not necessarily value, and that is private information. Right, time for me to change over to tension bed music. There we go. You can't hear it in here, Discord, but it is on stream right now. Proogs, let's get this game underway. Good luck.
Okay, let's start with my favourite size of paper, A4. Please.
Starting off with a paper size of A4. Okay. Let's see. What is behind A4? It is a bonus. So it's a nice multiplying of your current bank. How much? 95%. Not bad at all. Brings you up to 19,500. That is one of the 3 bonuses in the grid gone. Batman, we come to you. What would you like to do? Going with the explosive tile of C4. Because if in doubt, C4. It is a penalty. It's not the bankrupt, though. Or say the bankrupt, it's a bankrupt. How much are we losing from your 10,000 starting balance? It's the lowest value it could be tonight. 50% means you split it in half down to 5,000. Better early than late, says Batman. Very much so. Proogs, you have the lead by 14,500 right now. What's your next move?
Arbitrarily, my second favourite paper size, A3.
Just going up the A size is all. I mean, down the A size. It's weird because like you are going up in actual dimensional size with a lower number. But A3 behind A3 for Proogs is. It's a bankrupt. It is out of the way, but that's only one of them out of the way. So Proogs first to hit the bankrupt. We know we had to hit 1, guaranteed, some point in the game. But will we hit both of them? problem is also, Proves, if you hit any of the sort of the multiplying aspects here, it's not going to really do much. So actually, a penalty on your next move is the best move, in a way, because it gets rid of it on the grid. But then also removes it from Batman, so, you know, it's it's a benefit for both. Batman, you now have the lead by 5,000. What would you like to do? We haven't hit the back very early on in quite a few games. It's always been some of the last tiles. Oh, Batman's going to use a reveal. Okay, let me get a whisper window open for you. There we go. And you want the reveal on D2. Okay, Batman. So for you, the colour but not the value of D2. Sure thing. That is the information for that particular tile, Batman. Would you like to play there? Or would you like to go somewhere else? What do you reckon, Brooks?
There's too many options on the table, frankly, so it's I can't predict what's in that yet.
Fair enough. Batman's going to play B1, so playing somewhere else for now. We'll keep that one in mind. Behind B1. Oh, it's another penalty. We're really penalising our scores very early on, barring, of course, the bonus we claimed. How much more are you losing, Batman? Oh, it's a big one, 90%. I mean, good to get rid of the big ones, I suppose. Brings you down to 500. But you are still in the lead with 500 dudes. Prooks, you are now on a goose egg. We need to get you off that mark.
I'd like to sneak a peek, or whatever the phrase is, at A2, please.
We can do a reveal for you. Happy with the message in Discord?
Yeah, can you whisper in,
on Twitch?
Can you whisper into it?
Yeah, I can do that, absolutely. Let me find your name on Twitch. There you are, and I'll get that whisper window ready. What was the tile again, sorry?
A2.
A2, so going up the paper sizes, okay. So a reveal then, a colour, not the value, of A2. Sure thing. And there's your information, Prooks.
A message. Okay.
So with that information in mind, would you like to play A2? Would you like to go somewhere else? You can also use your other reveal very early on as well. You very rarely see that kind of strategy early on, but sometimes it pays off.
I'm just going to plump for A1, please.
Going up the paper sizes even more. Going
Forget
to
the paper sizes, I'm just going for A1.
Just go for A1. Okay. Behind A1 for Proogs.
Oh.
It's the other bankrupts. Which on 0 does absolutely nothing, but it removes them all from the game.
Changes the game quite significantly, I feel.
That changes everything quite a bit, because now we've only got 4 penalties left, which can't claim you all the way down to 0 anymore.
Well, at least we've got some dupes on the way home then.
Well, there's definitely the opportunity to claim lots of dupes here. There's still 4 cash tiles going begging. 2 bonuses, 1 steal, though the steal right now is, well, for Batman's worth nothing, and for you, Proogs, it's not really worth much either. Batman, we come to you. You still have the lead by 500 dupes. You also have exactly 500 dupes. You are playing D3. Okay. D3 it shall be. Behind D3 for Batman is... You're not going to believe this. It's the one and only steal in the grid. How much of Proogs' 0 are you stealing? Exactly half of it. So we'll just half the goose egg. We'll open it up. You claim nothing. Good day, sir. So, Batman, you're still in the lead by 500 dupes, and you still have 500 dudes. Proogs.
Wow.
Unfortunately, that does mean the steals off the table. You can't claim that anymore. There are now only 6 tiles left in the grid that are positive value, but 2 of them are actually still no good to you right now. You need cash right now.
I'm aware of this. Let's go for the opposite corner of D4, please.
D4. So like I say, you need cash right now to make any sort of difference. Bonuses do nothing to you. Penalties do nothing to you. Behind D4 is a bonus. How much are we multiplying your 0 by?
Ooh, hey!
85%. So we get you that other half of the goose egg back and a bit more, and you're back up to 0. Batty Man, you're still in the lead by 500 doots, and you have exactly 500 doots. This is definitely not the game I was envisaging here, but it's the game we're having. You're playing B3. Okay. Serious mode, Ashley. Serious mode. Surely we've got to be hitting some cash at this point. All those yellows at the end going to feel... I mean, that is the thing. If we leave all the yellows to the end, that means we are, getting nothing but good values at the end. Surely we'll be hitting some cash right now. And we are. Now I'm hearing things. Ah, yes. There are fireworks going off outside. Now.
I guess not, because we found some money.
We did indeed, yes. Batty Man, you're getting something in addition to your 500. As a reminder, the minimum value is 5,000. Behind B3 is 35,000 doots, which brings you up to 35,500 doots. Whoop, he says in chat. Now you just need to keep a hold of it. There are still 4 penalties out there to concern yourself with. Progs, you're still on 0.
Yes.
You don't want to hit the 1 remaining bonus right now, because it will still do nothing for you. Hitting a penalty... Oh, sorry.
I was going in advance of you. I'd like to sneak a peek, please.
Yes, what would you like?
B2, please.
B2 was that?
B2, Bravo 2.
Yep, okay. So, behind Bravo 2, the colour, but not the value of that for Proogs is that. So, with the information of A2 and B2 now in mind, what would you like to do?
I'll throw caution to the wind and go for B4, please.
Going elsewhere, going with B4. So, we are sort of at the halfway point, actually, in the grid right now. You wouldn't see it, you wouldn't know it by the scoreline right now, but we are at the halfway point. Proogs, you need cash desperately. Behind B4 is a penalty.
Well, yes, I'm content with that.
You're content with that, making the game easier for Batman here by removing a penalty from the grid. How much of your 0 are you losing, Proogs? 65% of it, so take half of that goose egg back. And you're down to 0. Batman, you still have the lead with 500 doots plus 35,000 on top. You still have a reveal in hand as well. What would you like to do? You are using your final reveal, Batman. Okay, you go for C1. So for you, the colour, but not the value of C1. Okay. And that is the information of C1, Batman. I really should do that to Daro, shouldn't I? Just stack 0s instead. So, Batman, with the information that you have for C1 and D2 now, what would you like to do? Gonna play C3. It's interesting, all of the reveals aren't being played right now. They're all being held back. That's some very curious stuff going on. Batman, you need to avoid those penalties. Some cash. Bonus would be nice right now as well, especially if it's a 200% bonus. Behind C3. It is more cash. Oh. That requires an increase of tension bed. How much cash are you getting here, Battyman? Another 20,000 added to your total. You're now up to 55,500 doots. Oh, we just need those other 2 zeros to become 5, and that would be lovely. Proogs, you are behind by exactly 55,500 doots. There are 2 cash tiles left up there, 1 bonus, and 3 penalties to avoid. What is your next move?
I'm going for B2, please.
B2, so one of the ones that you revealed earlier on.
Yep.
So you know what the colour of this is, not necessarily the value. Battyman, any ideas on what you think the colour of B2 is? Don't say salmon. You're saying it's yellow. I mean, it's the only one that's actually going to increase any value for Proogs right now. You're absolutely right. How much yellow, how much cash is Proogs getting here? 15,000 doots. Huzzah! You're off the mark again, Proogs.
I have something indeed.
You now have 15,000 doots. You are playing catch-up still by 40,500 doots. Batman, this is your penultimate move in the grid, so choose wisely. You're playing C2. Again, avoiding your revealed tiles. Let's find out what we've got for C2. There's only 2 positives left on the grid. 1 gold, 1 green. If you hit a red penalty, well, your bank balance is going down. Behind C2 is a penalty. You have to hope then this is a small penalty. Remember, they go as small as 50% in tonight's grid. How much are you losing? 95% is the biggest it could have been as a penalty tile. You crashed down to 2,775. Proogs. Surprise, surprise. You now have the lead by
somehow
12,225, I guess. This is your penultimate turn in the grid. You know of one of the colours, but not of the others. What are you going to play?
Think about this.
It's a big move, this.
What are the values of the yellow tiles, please?
From 5,000 up to 40,000.
And the value of the green?
Green can be anything from 50% up to 200%.
Right.
On top, so 200% means multiplied by 3 of your current bank, essentially.
It's a definite end game here.
Yes.
I've tried to work out a strategy. I'm going to just plump for A2, please.
Playing the one you know. Yeah. So you are safe in your certainty of what the colour is here. Battyman, any ideas on what the colour is? What do you reckon? You're thinking it's green. Thinking it's the final bonus in the grid. Is this the final bonus? Is this the final cash? Or is Proogs going big brain and choosing a penalty, knowing there's still good out there? It is a green. You did predict correctly, Battyman. And Proogs knows that it could be anything from 50% up to 200% against his 15,000 right now. How much is Proogs getting in addition to his current bank? 115%, which brings you up to 32,250. You have the lead by nearly 30,000. Battyman, this is now your final turn. Proog still has to make one move in a moment. But Battyman, this is your final turn in the grid. There are 2 penalties and 1 cash left up here. What would you like to do? There is no D exclamation mark, but I'm guessing you want D1. Just want to confirm that you want to do D1, Battyman. Yeah, okay, confirming D1. So, yeah, hell shift. So, if this is a penalty, then it's left for Proogs to do a 50-50 between a cash guarantee win or a penalty, which could be high value penalty, in which case, Battyman, you take the win, depending on what this penalty is. If this is cash, then it's all down to the strength of the penalty that Proogs decides on the next move. You know the colours here, Battyman, so you know the situation in play. You've decided to go against the ones that you know about. And behind D1 is cash. You knew it was cash. You need this to be as big as it can be to give you the best opportunity of a win now. Anything from 5,000 up to 40,000. So it's possible to retake the lead at this point. Though, if you don't take the lead, that's not necessarily a locked game yet, because Proogs will have to hit a penalty on the final turn. How much are you getting, Battyman, to lock your final total in, not necessarily if it's a winning total? 10,000
Really
dukes. It's a fairly low value of cash available. Brings you up to 12,775. You are locked in as your final total. That cannot change anymore. Proogs, you have one final turn to play.
Yeah.
15%... sorry, 50% of your current bank is around 16,000. So you want it around the low side of a penalty to win this game. And it could be anything from 50% up to 95% tonight, Battyman. So there is a chance you can still win. There's a chance that Proogs can still win. Neither of you know the values of these. Obviously, we now know they both are penalties. But which is the lesser penalty? Or maybe they're both the same value. That is also possible. Proogs, pick your poison. C1 or D2?
I knew it would come to this because Battyman chose C2, but I knew that A2 was already a bonus, which meant that I also knew, therefore, I had a good thinking that D1 was therefore the yellow. So I had a choice between yellow and green previously, which is why I was weighing up the do I go for yellow or green first?
Yes.
So yes, it comes down to, is this basically under 60%? And I'm going to go for my favourite envelope size, C1, please.
Going with the envelope size at C1. We know that it's a penalty. Let's get that over and done with. We need this to be a lowish penalty percentage for you to take the win. How much are you losing, Proogs?
Oh.
80% of your balance, which means you crashed down to 6,450. Battyman,
Well done,
you are
Battyman.
the winner tonight with 12,775 doots. And you are the winner in the grid tonight. Oh my god, and they have been paid out right there. Holy shit. Now, I guess
What was
we
in
need to
D2?
find
is
out
what I
what was in D2. Yes, indeed. Let's press the magic key to see what was the percentage behind D2, and did you have a chance? No, you didn't have a chance at all. 85% for the other penalty as well. So you were damned either way on that final move. Proogs, hell of a game that, and you spent half of it on 0.
all those dukes flying around, and yeah, we end up with single digits pretty much.
Very
no, it's
so.
good. Thank you very much. Bit of a brain teaser, that one as well. So yeah.
It's definitely at the end there. You had the end game scenarios to have to work out. So yeah, very, very interesting game that. And thank you very much for playing, Proogs. No worries. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll catch you later.
Thank you very much. Cheerio.
Take care. Bye. And congratulations to Battyman, your first overall win there of In the Grid. So the sort of the theoretical, what was the theoretical max of that whole thing? Well, you're looking at 55, 70, 80,000 on top of 10, so 90,000, which you can then multiply up a bit and a bit and a bit. 90, 180 to 70, 180, 365. You could have easily gotten into like 500,000 territory with this set, and maybe a bit more, but you would have had to have picked like the perfect set. You really would have done this. You would have to have picked like all cash first, and then the bonuses in the lower to upper value order. Yeah, I say easily. It could easily be done. Just a 4 in 16, then a 3 in 14, and then a 2 in 12, and then a 1 in 10, and then a 1 in 8, a 1 in 6, a 1 in 4. It's fine. It's easy. It is easy. We just did it to Daru. We just did pick a sequence like that. It's entirely easy. Picking a specific sequence, that's the hard part. So thank you again to Proogs and to Battyman for that amazing game of In the Grid tonight. That was a hell of a finish. I'm amazed how that ended, considering where we were going with it. Right, do we have anyone to go and raid into tonight? We've got Mr. Gamerman, who's currently online. We may go raid into him. Anybody else? We could also raid into Ashens, or we could raid into Quizzy who's playing Superliminal. Oh, he's playing Superliminal, is he? Oh, that's a great game. That is a really good game. We're going to raid into Quizzy Dan tonight. Let's do that. Set the raid up. The one where Milky Drake sets on Mike Myers. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that as our raid message. I don't think we actually said that, but we'll go with that as our raid message. Where is he in the storyline on Superliminal right now? Oh, he's at that. He's nearly at the end of the game. Okay. It's a good point though. Right. I'm going to head off. I will see you on Friday for more quiz night. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye. England, I guess.